So, this is 24 hours after the original inception of the wand. And the Cobra skin is on its way. The King Cobra skin is officially ordered. I still need to get a few odds and ends, like, oh, I got the gold leaf too. Those are on the way. I still need the fox fur and the heron feathers, but I might have to wait a minute for those. Might have to wait until I find just the right ones or the timing's right. Might wait until the next paycheck. Low key. I think this is one of those circumstances where it's more important to get it done right than it is to get it done quickly. And that might be a message for somebody. It's more important to get it done right than it is to get it done quickly. So, we're going to look at research here. We're going to make sure that we're doing this correctly. We're going to make sure that the process is correct. Ugh. I was thinking about that page of wands I drew at the end when I was talking about the wand, and I realized maybe it wasn't about my child or whatever child Spirit's been referencing in regards to the page of wands for all this time. It could be that scene of an 11-year-old kid getting presented their first wand, you know? At the end of Harry Potter, he didn't want the Elder Wand. He wanted his wand. The one that was resonant with his soul. The one that chose him. The one that he chose. I guess it chose him. But he chose it back in that moment. He had the Elder Wand. And he used the Elder Wand to choose his wand. Something about personal power here. It's almost giving the same energy as when I started embodying the crest of light. When I started really integrating it, identifying with it. When I started seeing it all over my cards. In that moment, I decided to create my own Digimon from Malik, from the dualistic nature of him, because he's not light or darkness. He is both, just as we are both. We are both, and neither, at the same time. And that partnership, it's bigger than that specific entity. It's spirit as a whole, and that's why they've always had me talk about spirit as a whole, because they are a team, all working together in tandem, right? But what does a wand do? It directs intent. And I think I'm going to name it Trishula. It's been a consistent, ever since I found out that's what this looks like. The judgment symbol. I've been thinking about it. I thought about Danda, because the Danda was another tool of Yama. And I've been thinking about the connection that I have with Yama as a concept, as an archetype, maybe as a deity too. But you know how I feel about that. They're all valid and none of them are valid at the same time. Just as we are all alive and dead simultaneously. But all that time ago, I thought about Vidura. And the message was that he was of Yama. A reincarnation, a piece, an ascended master, maybe. And there was something resonant about his story. And lately, I've been getting Shiva. The Trishula was Shiva's weapon. And the King Cobra was Shiva's symbol. I cannot deny that there's a relevance to this. Because King Cobra wasn't a mistake or an accident, that was Spirit's decision. It was Spirit's choice. Just as was the lion and Yagdale's imagery. It's not an accident that something dark was transmuted and made light. And that both of those things are balance. And that by embodying the temperance angel, he gets to live in both sides of himself. Just like we do. Maybe that's why it's the one he chose. Because Firebird was the original. And it was from Firebird that all of the others were born. But when the identity was realized, there was a vehement desire to stick with that imagery. And that's why we made it the main art for the box on the tarot deck. That's why we made Malek the Digimon. That's why we are using the pieces of Malek, the serpent lower body, in the form of King Cobra snakeskin, the hair and feathers representative of the angel wings, and with a little bit of magical doctoring, the Arctic fox fur that will symbolize the lion's mane, the white lion's mane. And finally, the white horse hair, which, empowered with a magical essence, unlike anything that it's been before, will become the unicorn hair. And the only difference is all of this will be external, not internal. I'm not going to drill a hole in the wand and insert the horsehair, even though I found somebody online that was able to do it. They were even able to, I think they were in the process of taking snakeskin and turning it into a little cylinder so that they could jam it up inside of a wand. People are doing it. People have done it. But I think it'll be so much more powerful when you bring the inside out. And that's been made case in point in my journey. Because Firefly was the original contender. But Dragonfly, that was the secret. That by being flipped and brought out was in and of itself an act of empowerment.